Well, just to see both Yoshinobu as well as Roki Sasaki and even some other guys, Justin Robleski, bullpens today, what were you seeing from them?
Well, it was really good. I think, Yamamoto is considerably ahead of where he was last year, and every time he throws a baseball, it just seems to be getting better. The command, the delivery is just really good. The slider he's throwing today, it just looks like he's hitting the ground running. We saw Robleski, Bobby Miller, I thought, threw a really good pen. He's in a good spot. Didn't see Roki yet, but just kind of what we're seeing from guys is really encouraging.
You've seen, whether it's been Yoshinobu having the live bullpen, facing hitters, some other guys going to do that today. With the Cactus League game starting this week, do you guys feel like they're going to be in a good spot to get their outings and reps out there?
I do. I think that where we're at right now today, pitchers are in a good place. The buildup is going as we had hoped. And so not sure who's gonna start the first couple games or when Yoshi's gonna go, but yeah, facing hitters, building up to 2 innings, 3 innings, and that progression, I think that to each guy is where we need to be.
Dave, can you just talk about the camaraderie with this team? You got Mookie in the infield doing "Let's Go Dodger" chants. You got Shohei playing pranks on you. Guys messing around with Kim. What has it been like for you to see that?
It's what spring training should be. It's for us this year. It's 4 weeks before we go to Tokyo. But I think that guys, as I was talking to Al Garcia earlier, is our guys just seem relaxed, and it should be that way. But also, with that, a workman-like, get your work done attitude, and that's something that is certainly sustainable. And guys are anxious to get to work each day. And guys are getting better, and when you layer that with the talent that we have, good stuff is starting to brew.
And Dave, I know every time this year you talk about the pep in your step, but considering what you accomplished last season and the off season, how does that look different for you now?
I think it looks different because guys are still hungry. I don't think there's anxiousness to sort of prove something. I think guys are looking at what we have with our ball club as an opportunity to do something really special. Our focus is to get better each day, to win a championship, to go back to back, and but still appreciate each day we're getting better. It is different than last year. I think there's certainly a lot of the same, cast of characters, but there's some infusion of some new guys with some edge, some hunger, that want their own hardware. I think that blend, and like earlier on, we were talking that it's a close group already, and that doesn't happen, at every camp, but this is already a close group.
And David Roki, what's really stood out so far as the bullpens and just how well do you think he's been adjusting so far to his first big league camp?
He's very observant. He's certainly young, but I think he's really comfortable being here. From the first pen, which is for me a little erratic, to the second one, which was more clean and consistent, and there probably was some nerves in that first one, but I think each outing, each time he takes the mound, he's going to get more and more comfortable. Certainly the next checkpoint is when he faces some hitters, and then we get him into a Cactus League game, but the talent is still there, obviously, and just the comfort level is on all of us and him to kind of continue to get comfortable.
And you're on Anthony Davis's show yesterday, the prank show. Just
that aired?
That aired yesterday. She just talk about that experience and how would you assess your acting?
And how's what?
How would you assess your acting?
I didn't see it. I heard from that shoot that I did a pretty good job. Yeah. I'm glad that's not my day job. I'm curious to see how it, after it was cut up. But I just kind of fed off Mookie. Mookie's shown some different layers to his stuff off the baseball field that I just kind of rode his coattails right there.
Awesome. Thanks.
With Kim, what do you guys need to see to make it sure it's a seamless transition for KBO?
I think with Haesung, there's a aptitude component. There's the ability to learn quickly, adjust. We have already buy-in from him with the coaches, with his teammates. He's already made strides for me. Defensively, I think it'll be very seamless. I think offensively, there's certainly more velocity, getting his path right, being able to handle balls that move late, handle velocity, use the whole field. He's going to put the ball in play. He can run. I think he's putting in the work right now with our hit guys. I just think he just needs repetition. So we're going to try to get him out there as much as we can to calibrate on big league stuff. But he's already shown me that he's a quick study and he's got aptitude.
How do you go about handling that early in the season, just making sure obviously he's getting the reps, but also in a position where he can sort of make sure he's positioned to succeed and stuff like that?
I think that's the question. I think that he can certainly win ball games with his defense alone. Then the question is the development part. What's good for him? What's good for the Dodgers? And that we don't have to answer right now. We'll know as we run him out there and how he performs. But I do believe that the more repetitions he gets, the better he'll be. But we just don't know that timeline yet.
It seems like he's fit in pretty comfortably around here.
He has the blend that I like in players. There's a respect of the game, of people. There's a work attitude, and so players respond to that. His teammates respond to that. As you can see yesterday, Mookie was having fun with him and trying to kind of create a little bit of environment or pressure for him, inclusion. And so that's telling that people already gravitate towards him. And he's also tough. He was always one of the better players in the KBO, so he knows what it means to be an elite player. So there's a lot to like. I'm looking forward to. He's one of the guys that I'm really curious his progression through this camp.
Last one, guys. This is like a high-class problem. It's one you've dealt with before here, but like, there's probably no other team that has more talent and less available playing time. And I'm just wondering, specifically for younger players who have like had success in the minors, probably play a decent role on a lot of big league clubs, and kind of want to be in the majors, like making money, service time, all that. How do you message that to them?
That's the tricky part. I think that the first two that come to mind are James Outman and Andy Pages, who on any other major league roster, they would have a job, they would, be certain to get 400, 500 plate appearances. Kike Hernandez is a guy that certainly we value. But yeah, the opportunities with us, it has to be sacrifice. And for me, my job is to make sure our guys stay on board with being ready when called upon, knowing that the most important thing is us winning baseball games. And guys will get an opportunity, because at some point in time, meritocracy, merit matters. But when you have a roster that's arguably the most talented roster in history, 1 through 40, playing time is hard. And all guys want to play, should want to play. But it takes some buy-in to their teammates in the organization. And I do believe that, Kike is a prime example of not being the guy during the season, but on the biggest of stages, he was counted on and performed. So you just never know how things are going to play out, but focus on getting better each day. Thanks, guys.
皆さん、こんにちは。今日は本当に特別な一日でした。私たちのチームはただ勝利を手にしただけではありません。この勝利には何度も汗をかき、試練を乗り越えてきた結果が込められています。そしてその成果を一緒に感じることができるのは何よりも素晴らしいことです。これまでにないほど私たちのチームワークと精神力が試されました。そして今私たちはその成果を手にしています。でもこれで終わりではありません。私たちの目標は次の試合、次の大会でも同じように戦い続けることです。そしてこのユニフォームを着ることがどれだけ特別なことかを毎日感じながらプレーしています。私たちが目指しているのは1回の勝利ではなく、何度も何度も繰り返し絶え間ない努力で続けていくことです。そのために今日も明日も 一日一日を大切にしていきます。皆さんが毎日練習に取り組む姿勢を見て、私たちは本当に誇りに思っています。そしてそんな努力が実を結び、ついにこの瞬間を迎えたのです。これまでの苦しみや困難も今や全てが報われた瞬間です。その結果が何よりの証明です。毎日の努力、毎日の小さな改善が最終的には大きな成果につながるのです。チーム全員が心を一つにして同じ目標に向かって進んできました。時には辛くくじけそうになる瞬間もありましたが、それでも諦めずに前に進み続けたからこそ今私たちがここに立っているのです。このユニフォームを着ることがどれだけ特別な意味を持つかをチーム全員で感じながら次のステップに進みましょう。皆さんも私たちが何度も言っている今日が全てという言葉を覚えていてください。明日や昨日のことではなく、今この瞬間に集中することこそが勝利を手にするために最も大切なことです。もし今日を全力で生き抜くことができれば、必ず明日も良い結果が待っています。そして10月になった時には私たちは必ず良いポジションにいることができるのです。そして私たちの勝利にはもちろん多くの努力が必要ですが、それと同時に楽しむことも大切だと感じています。チームの一員として互いに支え合い、時には笑い合うことが私たちの絆をさらに深めてくれます。だからこそ今日のようにちょっとした笑い話や予想外の出来事も大きな意味を持つんですよね。 SHOHEI からプレゼントされた車の話もその一つです。あんなに面白い瞬間があったからこそチーム全体がさらに一体感を感じることができました。さてここで一つお願いがあります。もしまだこの動画を見ていらっしゃる方がいたら、ぜひチャンネル登録をお願いします。私たちのチームの戦いぶり、努力、そして感動をもっと多くの人たちと共有したいと思っています。コメントで応援のメッセージを送っていただけると私たちの励みになりますし、次の試合ももっと頑張れる力になりますよ。最後に、これからも私たちの戦いは続きます。新たな目標に向かって一日一日を大切にし、さらに強くなるために努力を続けていきます。そして次の勝利の瞬間を皆さんと一緒に祝えることを楽しみにしています。これからも応援よろしくお願いします。次の試合も一緒に応援していきましょう。